wonder, should we let go of everything? Someday we will dream about today. Look back, wonder how it slipped away. Driving out of LA, skin is young and gold, 60 Chevrolet. Thinking on the past makes me wonder what would happen if we would have stayed. Someday we will dream about today.
看它会不会飞过来啊？
Look back, wonder how it slipped away. Dream about today. Look back, wonder how it slipped away. Someday we will, someday, someday we will, someday, someday we will, someday, someday we will, someday, someday we will.
The evening hums, the room is still. Your coffee cools against the sill. No words between, yet something true. The quiet speaks of me and you. The gentle air, the soft unknown. We talk in sighs and undertones. The silence hums, it feels so near. A tender space we both can hear. When words are quiet, hearts will stay and find their voice in other ways. No need to speak, I know you're mine. In calm like this, our souls align. The clock still moves, but we don't rush. Our hands still meet with steady touch. The things we mean, we never show. But every glance still lets me know. If sound could fade and still we'd hear the meaning kept in what's sincere, then love would hum a steady tune that fills the dark and lights the room. When words are quiet, Just breathe in slow, your hand in mine. The silence sings what words can't do.
它这里的地表不这样，
哎，
这个底下都这样。
对，然后这边不是要讲这个石头，我啊后边这长这边球啊，
没有哎，
无连刚过来吹我，有你来。
这里有吗？
啊，我台当家哈，你除了要体验行程，还要有导览。你的走路的树哈，在咱台东的那个鸾山部落，海边有五组，你就是你认识布农族，去边听因狩猎的步道，个行吧。负责人他就把它命名，这个地方叫豆腐。豆腐又烤又脆脆哇，
对啊，很像豆腐。
很像豆腐。那为什么会这种形成？北当吗？对不起，不是啦哈，因为那个
脚印
那怎么来的？今天小石子在上面转，轮转就变。大自然的鬼舞神功哦，
All of my heroes sit up straight. They stare at the ground, they radiate. Me, I'm mumbling in the kitchen for the sun to pay off. Lonely as a ring on a cold coffee cup. I'm some sick hound, digging for bones. If it weren't for second chances, we'd all be alone.
绕兄弟哈，哎，就跟三包一样绕兄弟，去把那个车座梁修了。好，来走。
While the trees undress, cup in my ear to hear the wind confess. I'm a ghost in the garden, scaring the crows. If it weren't for second chances, we'd all be alone. I'm running from nothing, no thoughts in my mind. All my heart was all black, but I saw something shine. Thought that part was yours, that it might just be mine. I could share it with you if you gave me the time. I'm all blood and knuckles, longing for home. If it weren't for second chances, we'd all be alone. I'm a shot through the dark, I'm a black sinkhole. If it weren't for second chances, we'd all be alone.
啊，你的这个对就无风啊。
这无通。
我也不是很多人在拍纪录片。
刚刚还来不及买香肠的、买手工艺品的都可以哈。那我们要邀请我们的部落青年，我们的扫妈来为我们来呈现。好，我们阿美族储物会叫什么？哎呦，有朋友记得吼，就是沙哩凤，沙哩凤。好，我们开始要预备读秒喽。好，玛雅加油！来自台中沙鹿刘小姐，沙哩凤，开始读秒，9、8、7、6、5，换你们。4、3、2、1，掌声！
5, not a 7-Eleven. Not a 1, not a 2, not a 3, 4, 5, not a 7-Eleven. Hoy anay yo yen, hoy hayan, hoy anay yo in, hoyan. Iyan, hoy anay yo in, hoyan. Not a 1, not a 2, not a 3, 4, 5, not a 7-Eleven.
这边哦，南岛语系的民族啊，他们的高度大概是100。环呐，哦，这个都是比较这边比